Okay, welcome back. 12:12 p.m., October 2nd, 2018. If you didn't just catch the oil report, because different people review different videos, here's what's happening. I'm getting the videos out tonight that are in backlog with my stuff. The team, where the next 72 hours is going to get all the reports out. That's swing, algorithms, everything. And I explained my excuse in the last one, but I'll explain it really quick right now. We are coding our algorithm models, and that's taken precedence over getting a lot of these reports out because stuff was, flat, right? Gold was flat, silver was flat. It doesn't make any sense to report, something that's flat. Even Bitcoin's been flat. We've processed some reports, but anyway, my point is they're all going out. If you don't see the reports you're supposed to see, please let us know. But here into the weekend, they'll all be out, and it's the last time you'll hear me say that. Why? Because there's an inflection in the market. So now we're a little early, but okay, let's leave the chart aside for now. The things that are happening right now geopolitically, so emerging markets, the credit facilities, even stuff as silly as or more U.S. focused like Kavanaugh, the presidential test alert that's coming up, different things, all of that says logically, and even where VIX has been trading, all of that says something's got to give. And simple logic says Bitcoin's been held down, and gold and silver, especially gold, and central banks are accumulating gold. Select countries are accumulating gold, and these are not stupid people. So some of the bigger banks in the world have accumulated, and I won't say any names, but there's one in the U.S. that's accumulated a record-setting amount of silver. So I have to be careful with what I say because I don't want to get banned. So many people have been banned lately for talking about any of this. So there's all that logical, geopolitical, and political stuff happening. Specific to the volatility chart, as it entered in here, so it was trading down in 11 or whatever it was here, and this red line is where the time cycle changed, mid-July. I was saying as we go into the mid to late December time cycle completion, that's over here, and the red line isn't even on the chart yet, but it's here. So into Christmas, basically, that would be a time where you might see, and very probably would see, at least the mid quad, which is at 15.9, and it's seen just about that. So it's seen 50% there. It has the possibility of seeing 21 quite easily a week or two on either side of this week, because this is a big structure, so I mean it can be a week or two on either side. Coming out of a week or two either side of this week, chances are that, so if you fractal it down, chances are you're going to see a spike into at least back into here, 15.6-ish. After we get to that Christmas inflection, that next time cycle is much more aggressive. It's manifold times. It's at least 10 times as aggressive as this time cycle right here. And I'm not going to explain it all right now, but I will. I'm going to put together a video on it, and I'm going to explain how we know that. But we also knew, to expect exactly what you're seeing right now. So it's like the birth pangs, right? It's like the turn, for the turn, but the big turn is into Q1. So any traders that have been with me for, well, there's some that we've traded for decades together. We've gotten quite good at these cycles, and that's where we make all our money, right? Is on those cycles, because when you inflect in them, you get the theme, and you just go with the theme. Now, I can't tell you for sure what the theme is, but I think what the theme is, you're going to see very select equities that are just going to, go right through the roof. I think you're going to see a large part of the market under pressure, the equity market. So there'll be probably a fair amount of shorting in my trades, but some of it's going to see some pretty serious upside. But that's all theme generated, right? So we've got to let those themes play out. So I'm not going to give you any specifics right now, but as they play out, you will, and you're going to see some special reports right away. Because we do have some themes starting to percolate. Specific to commodities, especially gold, silver, even crypto, those I don't think they're going to be able to hold them down much longer. I don't think it's possible, because at a certain point it's so against natural order, and I know there's so much foolery in it right now. So obvious. We know, because we know the arithmetic, simple arithmetic. Now, in some cases it gets as complicated as quantum, but the math, right? But the basics of the math is just simple arithmetic, and it's simple science, and you just can't hold it down forever. So I don't want to get too involved there, or too odd, or but we see it here. It's here. It's going to turn. It's going to start. It's starting right now. So other people are kind of getting the bug on it. Gold, you can see a very definite bottom pattern. The MACD has been, I've been watching this MACD, but price, isn't moving. I mean, what does that tell you, right? MACD is trending up and price isn't moving. In gold, no less. And, so that gives you an idea. It was in their interest to hold the price down as long as possible, because they were accumulating, right? But I don't think you're going to see it down much longer. I think you're going to see a lot happen in the next 6 months. I think it's going to be the biggest trading opportunity I've had in my life in the next 6 months, just so you know. Traders, the beautiful thing is we can trade the good and the bad, right? And that's just reality. And there's going to be a lot of both, I think. So gold on watch, it's up over the 50 MA. MACD is turning back up. Price did get a spike here today, and I think you're going to see the battleground start right here. So this is going to be on the report coming. It's on watch officially. Not going to say anything more about it right now, because it's going to be following the structure, right? Then we got Bitcoin. So this is the XBT USD chart. This is the big wedge over time. I think you're going to see same idea. I won't even go into the technicals, just get a hold of the chart. It's mid-range, perfectly mid-range in the wedge right now. I think you're going to see this go. I called that I called the top way before the top. I called the bottom way before the bottom, within 1% or whatever it was. And I'm not always right about these turns, but most traders will tell you that if there's a skill set we possess, it's the natural order of these things. And so anyway, I think this is over. We've seen the bottom, unless something really bizarre happens, but I don't think so. Silver, same idea. No, silver's move has been a little more consistently, well, just a simple trend right on the daily. Now, it hasn't been long. It's been 10, 12 trading days or whatever, but it's on the move. Same thing, 50 MA. So it's on watch. So the structured models will be out on that. So big opportunities, right? Silver, it's going to see serious resistance in around that 1650 mark. But anyway, we'll look at the models when they come out here over the next few days. So getting into equities quick. If you have any questions about that kind of thing, you can send me an email, private message me, or whatever. But it's still early. Like, don't start shooting off orders yet. Between here and that Christmas time cycle, you're going to have to be able to pilot this stuff, right? Like, you're going to have to be on your toes to pilot it. On the other side of Christmas, it's going to be very aggressive and very clear, the themes, Anyway, that's what we see. PYX, this one has been on watch for me for a long time. I was watching it get flight today. It sliced through all the resistance points, and I think that you're going to see I think you're going to see at least a full extension here. So I'm pretty excited about it, you know, to the 41 mark, 40, 41, 42. And could it see another extension above there into the 50, 55? Sure could, very easily. This is really aggressive chart. So it's going to get a model too, because we believe this one is easily going to see that 40 mark. That's PYX, and you just have to check out the news on it. It's another weed stock, right? Edit. If you followed me through this last trade, you would have won, and you would have done quite well. It wasn't an easy trade, the last one on Edit, and I was telling everybody that this last target here might not hit, and sure enough, it got under that 200 MA. I took a trade up here, it dumped, and then I hammered it down here long, and I got out at the 200 MA. You know, so I think I tripled down there, if I remember right. Now it's getting back to support here, but I'd be careful. You're probably going to see this channel here. Like, you probably won't see the turn until here. And I hate to say that, but probably in about the 21 range, 22 range. That's probably your downside on Edit. That's approximate. I can't really tell you much more about Edit. Volatility, I think you have the idea. So I put it on the pre-market this morning, actually, on watch. And I should have said, you know, of course the metals and everything else is on watch. Tesla, very sloppy chart, very difficult to trade. Some of our traders do very well with it. I've always done okay with it. The easiest way is just to see, you know, keep it simple, Sesame Street, just trade the range. You get close to the bottom of the range, go long, make sure you cut, you know, if it goes against you, don't follow this one down if it goes. So, you know, you get anywhere near that 280, take a trade north. And if it fails, just get out, because you don't know what's going to happen with it. But I suspect, you know, if they've held it in this range this long, it's going to be in this range for some time. Now it has popped just under a few times, but, and it's sloppy, right? It's hard to, you know, there's so much going on with Elon that, of course, you know, it's going to be, the structure is going to be sloppy. Square, SQ, so trading 99.32. I was sitting with my finger on the trigger a number of times this morning. On the retrace, I was going to take the trade. Actually, I was going to take the trade right in here, and I should have at 97.55-ish. Market open came, it got aggressive. But I don't know. I'm not too sure what to say. I mean, it failed up here before it hit a mid quad. That's kind of concerning. I mean, I think it's fine, you know, but it's not proving much right now, is it? And it's probably got this target here, 102.08, and you know, Friday, is that Friday? Thursday, Friday. Probably it'll hit it, but you don't know, because now it's in this triangular structure. It's got a box resistance here that it's struggling with. Box support. I mean, it's just short term. I just don't like it. That's Square. Real quick into the Momos. Now, because the swing charting reports are coming out with all the regular equities that we follow, I'm just going to fly through this really quick because there's so much coming your way that there's no use in messing around with unstructured plays, because all of our regular stocks, equities that we follow are getting updated. Right now, at the point that it is in the inflection, early in the inflection, the theme comes out in those charts. So as we update them, we'll have on the other side of that, updating those equity chart structures, we'll have the theme for the turn, or at least have very good indications. OGEN up 90%. We'll bring this one up. Pretty excited about this next 6 months, I gotta admit. You know, if I was younger, it would be different, right? But I'm 50 now, and I'm not going to work forever. I like working, that's why I work. But you know, I am on a beach, and I do like travel, and I do like to exercise and stuff, and you know, a pretty young 50-year-old, but the point is that I don't want to work forever, and I'd like one more good, big hit, and I think this is it. I'll always trade for fun, but there's a difference between trading for fun and yeah, I think you get the point. Some of the interns want to take over for me. I mean, I would love to semi-retire, with Compound Trading Group and some interns, holding down the fort while, I might go half-time or quarter-time or whatever. But one good, well, 2 quarters, I guess, sessions would be fantastic. This chart I don't particularly like, but it might be a bottom. And I'm not even going to explain why, because it's so unstructured. But this might be a bottom. It's divergent, it never held gains before, but it gapped here. So it might go, if you're one of those crazy traders like I used to be, you might want to consider it. IGC, I mean, what do you do with these, right? I'll keep it real short. Find it on, a 5-minute where you think you're on the right side based on the indicators, and if you ever need help with that, I'll do a trading session with you and show you a coaching session. Bring it down on the 5-minute and get on the bullish side of it and go. Same thing I'm saying with oil, basically, that I'm going to do, although it's a little more structured. But don't write it down. PYX, that's the one we're following. I really like this play. This is really serious bullish structure. SYN, I had this on my personal watch list earlier in the week, and just didn't follow it through. Didn't report it because, look at what it did. Just stay away, please stay away from it. ELP. Not so bad. So this is the same idea, right? This would be a gap on gap candidate. So this one might do the same thing, it might go. But still, yuck. But it could go here. It's not so bad. But, it's messy. EBR. So until we get a turn going here, I don't think you're going to see a lot with these equities that are really structured, by the way. But who knows? And, those reports, those 100 equities that we follow that you'll get the structured charts on, on different time frames, you'll be able to build out good trading positions anyway. But anyway, for what we're watching here or reviewing here for the momentum stocks of the day, I don't think you're going to see these be much structured over the next little while at all. I think the people that are working with equities they follow all the time, or the commodities or the currencies, etc., and cryptos, and you have the real structures in play and the structures, I think those are going to be the stick handlers that are going to come out way. That's part of the reason I'm excited, right? Because people that don't have that, they're just kind of, they're theme traders, and it's really hard to get a theme in what we see coming. It won't be easy. Okay, not that there isn't guys and ladies that can do that well, but EBR on the daily, same thing, could go. So there's your, there's your theme of what's running. GOL, same thing. They're the same charts. They're all maybes, and they're all kind of, in the same price range too. That's funny. This is probably the best of the bunch. PBRA. I could feel that. It's pretty aggressive, not my style. That's pretty aggressive. EBRB, same chart. Interesting theme. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch. SBS, same chart. BSBR. It's going to test the 200. It's just a little farther ahead than those other ones in the chart. PBR. Yeah. This one's farther ahead than all of them. It's testing serious resistance here right away. So anyway, not a structure I trade. LEVB, definitely one that I've been watching, and I'm very bullish on, but I can't give you a structure on it, not right now. SBGL, no, same, well, not specifically the same thing, but so we're bottom feeding here. BVD, LW. Okay, so you got a trending chart. So this one's off theme. Lamb Weston. A trending stock, you know, that's midway through its bounce. You know, what do you do with that? So this is going to come down to really structured plays and knowing your plays, getting in the themes. Really excited about it. And if you're confused about it and you haven't traded with me for a while, you'll completely understand it as we start rolling it out, because I'll get very specific and explain it to you in the reports. This one's aggressive. MSB. I've never traded this. I don't know anything about it. I've never traded it. Wow, that has a high probability for full extension. Wow. Yeah, this is a good chart. It's not A+, but it's oh yeah, this is a really good chart. It's a weekly here. Why have I never traded this? Steel. Super aggressive, guys. Very interesting chart. I'm going to alarm this one. So PYX just triggered an alarm. So it's bullish. It's moving again. So I got 30.80 alarmed on MSB. PYX alarmed. It's too early for me to trade it. I'll get a model out on it. It's just not, it's too early. It's I guess I could, but don't have a super good reason for not. There is a reason. Just gotta find it. PYX. Why did I not want to trade this yet? PYX. Right, I don't have it structured at all. That freaks me out. Like I haven't done the models on it or anything. It's up so much on a day. It's testing that previous high right now. It's high risk, right? High risk if you set a stop, it's not. You just bring it down on your 5 minute. I'm not going to trade this one today because I'm not going to sit here and manage an afternoon day trade. But you just bring it down on the 5 minute. Make sure you get your indicators, get a look at your indicators on the 5 minute. Once it's up over that previous high there, not much over where it is right now. Yeah, see in this stock RSI, this is the daily. Sorry, I got to bring it down to the 5 minute here. So you want to try and catch it with the stock RSI at the bottom turning up, and preferably the MACD, and you're just not going to get it. So it's, you know, you can go with it. It's squeezing. I like it a lot. It's just undisciplined for me to do it. I'm not going to manage it. Good trade. But, you know, the cards never stop, and it'll be here tomorrow morning for me in pre-market. But I sure like it. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's it for the day. Real simple one. We have so much reporting coming out. I'm just going to leave the rest for then. PYX I really like. If I was staying this afternoon, I'd be trading it. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, it's just that simple. I'm not, though. I'm going to go get some exercise. You guys have a great afternoon. And yeah, reports out tonight. Talk soon.